Michael Cohen, President Trump's personal lawyer and VIP customer at Joseph A. Bank. Yesterday, thanks to the FBI, he had a really, really bad day.
Let's start with those dramatic raids on the office and home of President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen.
A referral from special counsel Robert Mueller led to these search warrants targeting Michael Cohen, and investigators found emails, financial documents, and some client communications possibly involving President Trump. We're told that Cohen is under investigation for possible bank fraud, campaign finance violations, and other potential crimes connected to the 2016 election.
Man, I'm sorry, but this is just ridiculous. Even Trump's lawyer is being investigated? Like, how corrupt is your circle if your lawyer uses his one phone call to call you? It seems like everyone in Trump's world is corrupt. Like, I bet even when he goes to confession, he's like, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." And his priest is like, "Yo, you should hear the shit I've been getting into. Just wait until I tell you." I'm just kidding. Trump doesn't know about church. Now anytime the FBI raids a lawyer's office, it's a really, really big deal. But it's an even bigger deal when that lawyer is Michael Cohen. Because to President Trump, he's more than just a lawyer.
My job is I protect Mr. Trump. That's what it is. If there's an issue that relates to Mr. Trump that is of concern to him, it's of course concern to me. And I will use my legal skills within which to protect Mr. Trump to the best of my ability.
At the Trump Organization, he's done a bit of everything, running a mixed martial arts company, securing real estate branding deals, and even taking care of transportation.
You know, the famous Trump plane, there was an engine issue that he actually took care of and got a really good deal on.
Yeah, just what you want in an airplane, a discount engine. You're gonna be crashing like, we're gonna die, but at a greatly reduced rate, so much savings. But yeah, basically, Michael Cohen is Trump's go-to guy for everything. So if Trump has ever done anything shady, which I know sounds ridiculous, but stick with me here, this FBI raid has a good chance of finding it. Which is why yesterday, President Baby got a little cranky.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys, good man, and it's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt. It's an attack on our country in a true sense. It's an attack on what we all stand for.
That's right. It's an attack on what we all stand for. You know, the American ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of having a lawyer pay off your side chick. Now, in Trump world, what's happening here is a giant conspiracy, right? It's Robert Mueller trying to take Trump down for political reasons. The only issue with that argument is that the conspiracy would have to involve every single person in law enforcement.
Explain how many hoops they had to go through to get this raid of Michael Cohen's offices.
Robert Mueller did not make this decision. It seems he came upon some sort of potential criminal activity. He then hands it off effectively to Rod Rosenstein, who's the Deputy Attorney General, says, look, we found this, you decide what to do with it. Rod Rosenstein then makes a referral, meaning basically says to the Southern District of New York, look, here's what we got, you decide what to do with this. Then the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York makes a decision to then seek out a search warrant. A judge then signs off on it. The standard for a judge to sign off on this is high.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a witch hunt to me. Because witch hunts were really simple, right? Back then it was just like, she shrank my penis, burn her at the stake. That's pretty much all you needed. It's like what we're hearing here is just way too much legal procedure to be considered a witch hunt. Like if people in Salem had this kind of due process, they would have never burned anyone. Like no one would have died. It would be like, she shrank my penis. Let's burn her at the stake. All right. But first you must fill out this official complaint. Okay, and then we'll burn her. No, wait. Then we have to see what the witnesses in this case say, and we have to see how big your penis originally used to be. What was that? Yeah, we need to know how big your penis actually was. Well, you know what? Forget it, man. I actually made up the witch thing because Hester wouldn't let me smash. I'm gonna tell the truth. Well, look, man, you can tell that this raid has got Trump rattled because this morning the president tweeted this.
The president went to bed fuming and he woke up ranting. This morning, the president wrote this: attorney-client privilege is dead.
I I'm sorry, just the way they said it. He went to bed ranting and woke up fuming. It's just like, he was like, ah, ah. Like, poor Trump. I imagine him in bed this morning, just tears streaming down his face, like, no, my attorney-client privilege is dead. At least I've still got you, white privilege. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Now look, the fact is, attorney-client privilege doesn't apply when prosecutors have probable cause to believe that you and your lawyer were committing a crime together. It doesn't work. So I think it's pretty clear that Trump is probably just shouting out legal terms that he's heard on Law and Order. Tomorrow he'll be like, objection, double jeopardy, Your Honor, habeas corpus.